Yeah.
One village, one dam.
Yes. That was a promise.
A flagship promise.
Yes, yes. One village, one dam. How many have they done?
And you remember your famous interview with then President Mahama? As he then was.
He talked about the dams being dug out.
And he was asking,
what
do they mean by dam? He's been vindicated today.
Yes, he did. President Mahama asked that.
These are just ponds, dugouts. They are not dams. And you say in your manifesto that it will help you achieve all year-round farming, so that during the dry season, the farmers can still have some irrigation going on. During the dry season, our communication officer went around holding press conferences in the dams. So dry.
Oh, there's no water in
no water.
Dams.
So we scored them failed on that.
Okay, 0 for that.
Yes, we will reduce the cost of doing business.
Cost of doing business.
Cost of doing business is at an all-time high. They say they'll move from taxation to production. They've introduced 11 additional taxes since they've been in power.
That's important.
11.
They said, in addition to what they inherited, they've added 11 more taxes. 11 more taxes. That's actually a violation of the campaign promise. Yes, and there's a slide that if you go through a presentation, they said they'll reduce government borrowing, not the rate of borrowing. Dr. Bawumia was disingenuous, added rate to rate. Yeah. So to amend the promise, as you do know, our public debt has moved from 120 billion to 236.1 billion as at March this year, according to the Bank of Ghana. They say work with universities to raise their standards to the ranks of the best among their peers in Africa and beyond. Yes, our universities.
We scored them failed.
Why?
You've heard the agitations, the public university bill. President Mahama has been very unequivocal that he will, if that law is passed, repeal it with demonstrable alacrity when he comes to power.
The NPP people are sending me videos of some of the dams. So I've sent it to my production people. If it's ready, Jones, please have a look at it. I've sent you something. If it's ready,
listen to
Jones, have a look and let me know when
listen to more of the promises that they have forgotten.
Yeah.
Build solar parks in the northern part of the country. To achieve this, we will provide investment tax credits to owners of commercial, industrial, and utility-scale solar photovoltaic systems to take a one-time tax credit of unqualified installed costs. Page 42.
Of the
facilitate, yes. Page 46 of the manifesto. Facilitate, in collaboration with the private sector, the establishment of an oil refinery in Secondary Takrady. Oil refinery. They haven't even identified the land for the oil refinery. Pay our checks.
Oil refinery in Takrady.
Oil refinery in Takrady.
That has not been. We are still struggling with Tema oil refinery.
Page 135. The NPP will fight corruption head-on through preventive, detective, corrective, and punitive actions.
That's very important. That's an important promise.
Important
How
promise.
have they done with that?
Apart from it rhyming, the president has become the clearing agent. He has become an epitome of a leader who shields, who protects corrupt acts. He will not even allow Parliament, when there is a parliamentary investigation, the president undermines Parliament. You remember the cash for seats? Went out there, spoke to the media, and totally undermined the entire process. How do you think your members who are serving on the committee, how do you think? So at the end of the day, there was a majority report and minority report. The majority members, the president says there's nothing in it. It's a half and a puff by the opposition.
This is a situation involving Deputy Minister of Trade.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, and the Honorable Alan Chairman. Page 137 of the manifesto. Statutory.
So I'm on corruption. Have you finished with corruption?
Oh no, I can.
So how do you score? How do you score the government on corruption?
The field.
Zero.
The field, zero. I mean, there's a Mary, there's PDS, there's a boss scandal. There's, you know, we've instituted the corruption tracker. I mean, the corruption scandals. I mean, Ajeni Boatine J at PPA, the Iceman.
Who's the Iceman?
The Iceman.
Who's that?
The Maritime Authority boss.
Oh yeah, he was here. He was here.
Then
the so-called air conditions.
Yes,
that's not true. That's not true.
Then later sent.
I went to the house. I did an investigation on that.
Sent to the GRA. Where
I went to the house. It's not far from here.
You did investigation.
No, I went to the house to see where the air conditions. I didn't find them. I filmed it.
I
filmed it. I put it out publicly. I filmed it.
After the Joy, so you're challenging the Joy report.
No, I'm not. I just went there and I didn't see that there were air conditions there.
Well,
I didn't count. I filmed it. I publicly filmed it and put it out.
The Iceman is grateful to you.
Well, I filmed it.
Page 137. Reform laws to set time limits within which an appointed authority must fill any vacancy or confirm a person acting in that office, whether an institution has a watchdog role. You know what happened with the Shraj Deputy Commissioner. the deputy commissioner position was left vacant for 3 good years.
Somebody has sent me something. Constructed 26 fully equipped clinics. Do you know about that?
Page 77.
Did you know about this constructed
page
26 fully equipped clinics?
I don't know about it. Page 77.
Okay.
Tar gravel roads, especially in areas of high agricultural production and tourism. Gravel roads. They said that all gravel roads.
Pualugu Dam.
Gravel roads.
Pualugu Dam consists of a solar park. Did you capture that? Somebody is saying that Pualugu Dam.
It's not in the manifesto. It's not in the manifesto. We are doing a manifesto analysis.
Okay.
I don't know what they are talking about.
Public debt. This is a matter of fact you can check.
Yes.
Public debt is 57% of GDP. It was 73% of GDP in 2016.
Again, this is intellectual dishonesty.
Oh, is it?
You must compare like with like. What they have done. You know the economy was rebased.
Yeah, it's there. So even if rebasing is taken into consideration, you still have 73% of GDP as a public debt. Today, as they are reporting to me now, public debt is 57% of GDP.
Wrong. No, it's wrong.
This one I'll check.
It's wrong. You check it. When you
so I check from the statistical department.
Check from or the Ghana Statistical Service.
That 2020's
it's wrong.
debt of
when
GDP
you rebase, they are.
No, this analysis has factored in the rebasing.
No. This is
okay. Let's see the dam.
Let's see
the dam. Whether it's true that is a dam. Let's have a look at it. Honorable, on your screen now. Is
when you should tell us when all these dams have dried up.
Look, they've dried up.
They've not dried up. These are dugouts. They are not dams in the first
place.
This is
big. This is
please. This is.
Oh, you can dig this out.
This is a dugout. Look, a dam requires some engineering work. Please.
Okay.
Yes, Paul. It requires some engineering work. There's no engineer. They get an excavator and
what's
go.
This name?
This looks like a place that is flooded. Look, let's get serious in this country.
Yes.
All the dams have dried up.
They have
dried up. We just completed a tour in the north. We have northern MPs, Dr. Park and Co. Our own good friend Evander.
Yes.
Who brought us pictures in our research work.
Yeah.
The dams have dried up.
Oh, they have.
Our colleagues went there, held press conferences. And in any case, those are not dams.
My phone is
buzzing. I shouldn't even say the dams have dried up. The dugouts have dried up. There were no dams. So look, this is a government that has been a monumental failure, a total disaster. The performance has been abysmal.
Signaling us to close.
Totally abysmal.
But
I must end with what we put out, the hope that the NDC offers.
Yes.
Because I've heard people say that, so why go and just analyze the opposition manifesto and you don't give us the alternative, what you would do differently? Yeah. Again, please, go through the slides. We offered...
Maybe the media didn't carry that.
Yeah, maybe. We said massive job creation, as the flag bearer has announced. And he says that there's an HR gap analysis going on. Very soon there will be a major presentation about our plans for massive job creation. We'll expand and double the capacity of the 37 military hospital. This is a president who totally transformed Ridge Hospital. You see what is done at the University of Ghana Medical Center. So he's a president who doesn't wait for a pandemic to invest in hospitals. So when he tells you he will do this, he will do it. Construct 2 international standard infectious disease control centers. Establish 2 additional international research centers. Formulate a national infectious disease response policy and plan. Make Ghana safe for journalists again. Revive companies collapsed by the NPP. Construct 6 regional
hospitals. Make Ghana safe for journalists again.
Yes, there will be no Ahmed Hussein Swale.
The government assassinating.
Revive companies.
You have ignored that.
Government, you are in charge of security. Who is in charge of security? Who do we pay to protect us? And you don't even carry out investigations. Reporters without no updates. I have in Parliament, I have several questions, several statements. Just give us an update. No update. Reporters Without Borders, the US Embassy, the British High Commission, they've all put out statements. Look, tell us something. What's going on? And it's affecting our press rankings.
Roko Frempong was killed.
It's affecting our press.
Roko Frempong, the deputy MD of the Ghana Commercial Bank, was killed under NDC time. No updates.
Is he a journalist?
No, he's an official of the Ghana Commercial Bank.
And you are not aware that there was no update. But there was
no update. There was nothing.
There were massive investigations. You recall?
Yeah, but there's been investigations going on.
Massive investigations.
There's been investigations going on.
We even sought international support.
A lot of people have been questioned about Ahmed Swale.
We sought international support.
Yes, there's been people who have been questioned about Swale.
You are a government official. You will know. I don't know. So provide an update. Provide, you like to pretend that you are like us.
Well,
you are not.
I sit on the NCA board.
Yes, so you are an appointee of the president. Yes, so you should be grateful to the president. You are an appointee of the president.
Yes, I am grateful for that appointment. But I'm saying that
so that sometimes they will understand your, rather.
They don't need to understand anything. They just have to decide
rather unfair approach to your
work. No, this is not unfair. So the matter, Roko Frempong is what I was
talking about. We say we'll revive companies collapsed by the NPP. All these, I mean, and you should be concerned because you have, and I respect you for that consistency, that let's support Ghanaian entrepreneurship. They should take the commanding heights of the economy.
Yeah.
Look, let's grow this economy. Let's grow this economy and create opportunities for all.
Everybody.
This warped so-called financial sector clearance and different standards for different banks and different financial institutions and all of that. I have made an application to the Speaker that the Securities and Exchange Commission must appear before the House.
To explain what happened?
Yes, and you are aware of the latest report that some of the closures were wrongly done. I mean, we cannot...
Is there a report from the Securities that some of the closures
Yes, in the media. There's a report in the media.
Are you talking about Africa Watch publication? I read that yesterday.
Yes, that's another one on Dr. Dufour.
Yes,
and you see that Dr. Dufour's case is going very well in court.
The last thing was that
some important victories.
He won an important victory.
Yes.
The court was directing the receivers for compulsory arbitration.
Yes. I mean, why do we do that? And we have said there could have been a humane approach. When you destroy the businesses and people lose jobs, livelihoods are destroyed. When you could have, look, the corporate entity should be protected. If some individuals are engaged in wrongdoing, deal with them separately.
We have made that point on this program anyway.
Construct 6 regional hospitals in the newly created regions. Establish 6 public universities in the newly created regions. The NDC's policy has always been that every region deserves a regional hospital, deserves a public university. And we have always done that. The university, when Brongahafu didn't have a public university, we gave them the University of Energy and Natural Resources. The Volta region didn't have a public university. We gave them the University of Health and Allied Sciences. Eastern region did not have a public university. We started and secured funds for the University of Environment and Sustainable Development. Cancel National Service and licensure exams for colleges of education graduates. Comprehensive review of senior high school education. Abolish double track system. Complete the abandoned E-blocks. Complete all abandoned hospital projects. Reduce the size of government by at least 40 ministers. President Mahama has said that. Fix the full stretch of the Eastern Corridor Road. Dualize Aflao, Cape Coast, and Kumasi roads. New technologies for fisher folks. Build market complexes in border towns. Aflao, Elubu, and all of that. Review rent laws and provide social housing for the masses. Rapid industrialization. Reform legal and medical education to create opportunities for the youth and transform our nation. Do away with the public university bill and repeal it if the Kuffour government goes ahead to have it passed. Launch a free national apprenticeship program for 200,000 youth and assist them to set up. Bold visions that President Mahama has put out in his engagements. And we say that, look, this is our commitment.